Well, drunk driving penalties have become more and more harsh over the past 25 years, and they get a lot of attention around the holidays. But sometimes they don't just stop people from getting behind the wheel. For example, a guy in Seattle arrested this weekend for driving under the influence for the 15th time. Then there's this uncooperative guy in Ohio. He already had 12 DUI convictions when he was picked up recently. Cops had to hit him with a taser gun to get him under control. And the question now is, are those DUI laws, the stiffer penalties, do they really work? Let's bring in our legal roundtable. Courtney Pilchman is a former prosecutor, and Meg Strickler is a defense attorney. And Meg, who just got in her chair. We appreciate you finally getting here, Meg. And I got to tell you, 15 DUIs, it is no laughing matter. I mean, this guy needs to be behind bars for a very long time.
Well, I hate to say it, but I disagree. He doesn't need to be behind bars. He needs to get some treatment, some good treatment.
This guy, 15 DUIs. When you get one or two, and you're still back out there, and you're not taking a taxi or a cab, it's not because you're sick. It's because you're a criminal. No,
actually, usually it's one or two DUIs. They still have to do all this other stuff, pay fines, community service, and all that. This guy will probably be facing felony conviction. I agree. He will have license revoked forever, and those are the penalties. But he will not be going to prison for a long time, even as the laws in the state today are.
Courtney, you buying that?
Not at all, Trace. And I think the problem is that he has 15 arrests. I mean, that is more than I've ever seen as a prosecutor or a criminal defense attorney. I don't even think I've ever seen someone with 10 arrests. And the fact that this man has been continuously getting behind a car, driving, by the grace of God, has he not killed a family of 4 on their way to church or on their way to synagogue? And he's just been lucky. And I'll tell you, I don't know where Make practices, but I'll guarantee you that this guy has already had, alcohol intervention or alcohol education at least 15 times.
Well, clearly it hasn't worked. What I'm trying to say is that he shouldn't have to go to prison for this. He won't go to, in fact, the way I have had clients who've had 10 or 15 DUIs, and I've done a great job with them and got them off.
I got to tell you, Courtney, what happens here is you get guys like this, and what the mads of the world want to do is they want to lower the blood alcohol level. It's now at 0.08, okay? We know all the studies show that the people who are killing people have 1.3, 1.4, 1.5% alcohol in their blood, and they want to lower this to 0.05 if they can, which means that everybody who has a glass of wine with dinner is now on the road and officially considered drunk.
Well, Trace, it's not illegal to drink and drive. It's just illegal to be over that, limit of intoxication. For some people, it could be an 0.4. For some people, it could be a 1.0. Everybody is different. Someone that drinks as often as this gentleman in Washington, he probably has a higher tolerance for alcohol. But the problem in Washington State is you get 4 times to commit a misdemeanor DUI before you're even considered on your 5th for a felony. And that's outrageous. In California, you get 3 times. 4th time, you're heading to prison on a felony.
But again, I don't think we should spend our tax dollars on this.
They've ever done that. And had they put him in prison, maybe he would have learned a lesson.
He should I think he should be put into some sort of inpatient treatment and then put him on intensive probation and just keep him off the juice and keep him off the road.
Yeah, wait till he kills somebody in your family. You'll have a lot different response, Meg, because if he kills somebody in your family, you'll want this guy hung from the nearest yard arm. He's got 15 DUIs. That's all the time.
And let's keep in mind, Trace, this guy's driving without a license.
I know he is.
He's not about following laws of any kind.
Courtney and Meg, thanks both. Happy New Year.